Hi, Church. Pastor Jeff here with another Trinity check-in. I want to share an experience with you today, an experience that I've had over the last week or so, arguably longer, that has given me more hope. And I think it will, maybe it will give you hope directly just hearing the story, but it will also help you find your own hope too. So here's what happened. So back before my hip surgery and all that, I used to give blood on a regular basis. It's just something I started doing, and did it regularly whenever I was eligible once again. And I'd gotten out of the habit with my bad hip there for a while and other medical things going on in my life, and it was time to start back up again. So a few months ago I did, and I was giving blood. Was this last weekend or the weekend before? Something like that. And if you've ever done it, you know the first thing you do is you go into a little room and they ask you health history questions and eligibility questions and all of that, and blood pressure. And while she's doing all of that, she just makes some small talk and asks me, "So why do you give blood?" I was taken aback because I didn't know how to answer that question. I realized right then and there that I wasn't entirely sure why I give blood. Now, I gave her a good answer in the moment, making a conversation as I did, and that answer was true. And I think what I told her was that I'm a pastor, and I visit a lot of church members who are in the hospital, and I hear even more stories of church members and families that are facing medical problems, and it's nice to do something. That prayer is good, and prayer is doing something, and it's important, but it's good to be able to pray with my feet, to pray with my body, and to pray by actually giving for somebody who needs it too. Now, okay, that's a good answer. Not saying that's not a good answer, but I also knew in my heart that it didn't fully answer the question for me, that was only part of the reason why I gave blood. And after thinking about it for a week or two, I think I finally have my answer. Now, if you've been following these Trinity check-ins, or me, for a long time, or if you did the Pastor Jeff Uses His Doctorate class this fall, you know that when I got my doctorate, my research was in hope. And in fact, whenever I do the video from this chair, you might notice all the books on hope. This is the section from when I did my doctorate right here. And I found a whole field of hope psychology that's quite well developed, but nobody had ever really brought into the church. And so that's what I wanted to do, is to help translate it into theology, to help increase our hope, especially in an age when a lot of Christians have lost their hope. And one thing that I learned is that hope and meaning are closely related. Hope and meaning are closely related. So now hope, the definition of hope we could go on and on about, right? I did a dissertation on it, right? But the definition of hope is, in one sense, an expectation that something good will happen and will be achieved. And you can see that that's closely tied to what your goals are. If your goals are high and lofty and unachievable, then, well, you may not have a lot of hope. But if your goals are simple, you probably have a lot of hope for them, right? And meaning is similar because it shares a goal. Finding meaning in something is its own goal in a way. And in fact, when you do something that's meaningful, let me say that differently. If you do something that has meaning to you, and even more so if it has meaning to someone around you, what you've done is you've reoriented your goals. You've shifted whatever your goals may happen to have been before. When you engage in doing that meaningful activity, that meaning has become your goal, and it's a very achievable and important and robust goal as well. So when you do something meaningful, it increases your hope. It increases the amount of hope in your life and makes you feel I was going to say better, but really more hopeful is the right way to say it. No matter what else is going on, even if the whole rest of your life is falling apart, by engaging in something that is meaningful to you and to those around you, you have increased your hope. Okay, so when you give blood, at least here in Lincoln, at the end, you have to wait for 15 minutes, and they give you some, apple juice and some Chex Mix and all that. And you have an opportunity to get a sticker. Oh, wait, not that sticker. Let me show you the other one. My blood gives hope. My blood gives hope. Now, I know what they mean by this sticker. What they mean by this sticker is that you're giving hope to whoever's receiving the blood because they're able to go on for another day. They're able to recover from whatever their illness is. That's what they mean by this sticker. But I mean it in a more nuanced and complex way, because if you think about doing something meaningful, you see, you're not only increasing the hope of the person that receives the blood, but you're increasing your own hope as well. What you've really done is increase the amount of hope in the world in general, both for the recipient and for yourself and anybody who's involved with it. So, why do I give blood? Hope. Because it puts more hope into the world for other people and for me as well, and for anybody else that may happen to be involved, including, hopefully, you hearing about this now. Okay, so there's the experience that I had. But what I hope you take away from it is to just simply know that you can increase your own hope by finding something that's meaningful to you and doing it. Now, maybe me saying this inspires you to give blood and help somebody in that way, in which case, great. But whether it's that or whether it's something else, find something that has meaning to you. Now, maybe that's helping a friend. Maybe it's doing something in honor of somebody that you've loved that's passed. Maybe it's giving a gift to somebody. Just whatever it is, do something that has meaning to you and watch how doing that thing reorients your inner goal. You don't need to articulate that. You don't even need to name what that goal may happen to be. Just do the thing that's meaningful. And I guarantee you it will increase your hope too. Now, in this day and age, with all the change that's happening in the world, with just the difficulties of daily life, we could all use more hope. And so one good way to get it is to do something meaningful. Amazing how simple it is, right? Next time I give blood, I hope I get the same phlebotomist, because I'm really going to bore him with my answer of why I give blood. No. I wouldn't put some poor phlebotomist through that. But I do hope that you go out and do something meaningful so that you can increase the hope in your life, because it really is a good thing.